So when we explored these research questions, I'm sure all of you can read this. When we explored the research question, how does mining formalization impact women at mining sites? The second question is, how could regulatory approaches better support women? When we explored these questions, we looked at these three themes: economic security, which involves income and financial outcomes for women; physical security, which involves gender-based violence; and local security or governance security, which is about legal awareness and conflict resolution. So our literature review draws from three bodies of study, and these are extractive studies, security studies, and gender studies. And since our research project, the title is Women, Conflict, and Modern Mining in Rwanda, so it brings all these three bodies together. The research project we conducted, we collect data from 6 mining sites of Rwanda, and these are namely, some of you might know them, these are namely Rutongo, Musha, Kamonyi, which is there is the other in Rwamagana. So there were 6 mining sites, and we did 60 semi-structured interviews and 12 focus group discussions. And this basically, we were talking to women, how their experiences are in mining industry. So the first finding from our study, this is not surprising, most of you might know it. Women make more money from mining other than any other thing they would be doing. So most of the women we've talked to, they argue that they make more money even if they are underpaid in mining, but they make more money other than farming, other than construction, other than anything. So that's the first finding. However, they lack some financial facilities to boost their income and their livelihoods. And these facilities are banking systems, credit facilities, and this technical training to move them from washing or transporting mining activities to, let's say, digging or other professions at mining sites. Or either they can also be subcontractors. So they lack this technical knowledge. The second finding is about gender-based violence. So in Rwanda, people tend to think that most of the time when people say gender-based violence, most of us think raping. And in particular at mining sites, we can think about being raped at mining sites or in undergrounds. But our study indicated that transactional sex is the most pervasive, common form of gender-based violence at mining sites. And this happens in 3 forms: sex to get a job, sex to keep your job, or paycheck exploitation, which is basically the pay release, the sex to have your pay release. So transactional sex was really common at all mining sites. The last finding is about formalization of mining companies. So most of the women we talk to, they argue that formalization of mining is good. And there have been improvements. Research shows that Rwanda has done some improvements in formalizing some mining companies. But if you look at that improvement, most of the mining companies lack enough women in their leadership positions, and most of the women, they do these jobs that I would say on lowest bottom of the supply chain at mining sites. So, and also we found that most of the formalized mining companies, they don't have any female or any person in charge of addressing gender-specific problems. And this brings me to our conclusion. Based on our findings, we advocate for financial trainings for these women to make sure they're equipped with knowledge and skills to make use of their income productively. The second one is to make sure that this gender-based violence is eliminated at mining sites. And we advocate for gender audits that should be followed by punishment of violators. And last but not the least is to make sure that all mining sites they have these people or any committee to address gender-specific problems of women and make women among the decision makers at mining sites. So this is basically the way to make sure women also are involved in leadership positions at mining sites. And this brings me to my conclusion and the end of my presentation. So we thank Harry Frank Ugening Foundation, which is a philanthropy foundation from the United States, which funded this research. Thank you. I look forward to your criticism, questions, and comments.